Thank you for tuning in to another week and another episode of Outside the Box. I'm your host, Onney, the CEO, and tonight, of course, I have another fire segment. I have a super producer in the building. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Now, hey now, say now. The producer that I have in the building is finding himself on lots and lots of tracks. I was put on to him by someone that was dear to me, and I couldn't look past him. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for Allyn Coleman. Thank you for coming on the show.
Man, that was a very warm introduction. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I know who you are, but can you tell our watchers and our listeners who you are and what all you do?
My name is Allyn Coleman. I'm based in currently Cypress, but usually Houston. I'm from Hiram Clark. I'm a producer, an artist, and a mix engineer.
Okay. Now, how long have you actually been into production?
Production seriously since about maybe... I've been making beats since about 2005, but I wasn't good until about 2010.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Growing pains.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so, but you actually are an artist yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been an artist?
Around the same time.
Yeah.
Somebody that was dear to me, he couldn't make time for me because he was producing another artist.
Uh-huh.
So he just sold me the program and his computer, and I started like that.
Oh, that's dope. So what came first? You recording your own music or you recording, making tracks for other artists?
Me recording my own music.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so when did you start taking that serious? Like actually recording and putting that content out for other people to consume?
If I'm being honest, I probably still don't take it like serious. I don't really take myself that serious as an artist.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's more of another creative outlet.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so I just use that as kind of like an interface to get out ideas that maybe artists aren't so keen on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the production side of it is your baby, is where you find.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that heart beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So you started doing music production, and now other people are seeking you out. How does that make you feel?
It's a great feeling. When anybody appreciates something that you've made, it's a very great feeling for sure.
Now, before you started doing music, what was life for you?
College student. Coming out of high school, I was trying to play basketball. But you have a very short shelf life in basketball, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't think I was as good as I maybe thought I was. So yeah, that's what I was doing, playing basketball, and I was going to my first year of college.
Okay, and then so life changed.
Mm-hmm.
It was time to grow and follow your passion, and the wind blew you into production.
Yeah.
So I actually have a video of yours called "Never Lost." But before I play that video, is there a story behind that?
Other than a Backstreet sample and a close friend of mine appearing in the video, no, not really.
Okay.
Just everybody think it's about somebody. It's really not. It's just, an idea that I had. I wrote the music video treatment kind of on the fly, and we did it all in a day. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's check it out. Never Lost.
You know I'll always love you. I'm never lost. Never lost.
5-on-5 game, he good. 1-on-1, I'm undefeated. Never lost.
Allyn Coleman. You fool on them bitch.
Never lost.
Never lost.
No, I never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost. Never lost, yeah. Never lost. Never lost. Never lost. No, I never lost. Had to switch the flow up on these niggas, shit was getting too predictable.
Tried to go digital, but little fools was getting hypercritical. Fuck legendary status, I'm the baddest, niggas just went mythical. All these rappers is my son, holla at me when I'm cutting the umbilical. Don't mean to be cynical, but this is not subliminal. I told you something literal and now I can't get rid of you. This is something biblical, I'm moving like a Seminole. I'm sent from the future on the X like a sentinel. Fuck me like the rent is due, I don't know what got into you. You're trying to throw away all your morals and your principles. Post-game interview, I'm only talking sensible. I am what LeBron James is to a millennial.
Never lost. No, I never lost. Never lost.
You just weren't ready.
Never lost, yeah. Never lost. Never lost. Never lost. No, I never lost.
Had to switch the game up on these niggas, they was watching all my fucking moves. Had to switch my name up on these niggas, now they thinking I'm another dude. Had to switch my thing on these niggas, now these niggas can't see my groove. Now a nigga living like he really ain't got shit to lose. You got the juice, nigga, you gon' get squeezed. Down on your feet or you live on your knees. Head of the table when they pass the peas. Lead a community, I'm Maggie Reed. And that's on the BG or the triple OG. I'm not destined to be what's expected of me. A blessing to be or a lesson to teach. Ball like LeVar and that's on triple B's.
Never lost. No, I never lost. Never lost. Never lost, yeah. Never lost. Never lost. Never lost. No, I never lost.
No, please, no. No, I'm sorry, no. Please, no, man, no, man. No.
Now, I've heard several of your songs, and you have a different sound on your music. Who were some of your musical influencers?
First and foremost, I really got two major ones. It's Kanye West and Michael Jackson. I know they seem like worlds apart, but they're actually more related than you would think. But yeah, my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. My favorite artist is Kanye. My favorite, I don't know what you'd call Michael Jackson to me, but
He's a performer because
Yeah.
he sings, dance, he give a show.
yeah. So those would be, I say, my biggest influences in terms of artistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have anybody mentor you along your journey, maybe pass down some knowledge to you along the way?
I wish I could say yes, but no. That's what took so long, from like 2005 to now because I had to bump my head, a few times. I know everything not to do, and that's what led me to this point. So I wouldn't have it any other way. Experience,
Is the best teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully you'll find someone along your journey that you can mentor.
I hope so.
And pay it forward that way. Because a lot of times people get discouraged because they don't have someone. And I brought you here on Outside the Box because I do believe that we can step outside the box and believe in ourselves and bet on ourselves, even when we don't have the cheerleader saying, hey, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. So the fact that you bet on yourself, that's dope.
Thank you.
Now, who are some of the artists that you've had the opportunity to work with on your journey?
Okay, so this is what I was afraid of.
Because you don't want to forget nobody. I get it.
So Wired Up, first and foremost, he opened a lot of doors for me. Just working with him put me in different rooms. So I'm going to say that. I've worked with Blaze Santana. He's a video director and rapper as well. Through working with Blaze Santana, I was able to work with Chucky Trill, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Neff's son.
Man, come on. I've got a song with Sauce Walka I produced. The guy's name who was on it is slipping my mind right now. Man, Brittany Renee, P Supreme.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
I tell you what, all you gotta do is just Google or go on the YouTube search and put in Allyn Coleman.
I
and
should have brought a list.
It's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. That's just a question I like to ask people because a lot of times the producers, the videographers, the people that are behind the scenes that help put artists on their platforms by giving them the creative content. A lot of times you never hear about them or you see about them, but you always hear their music, but you can never put a face or a name to who made that track.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring you on the show so we can put a face to the name.
I appreciate that.
For sure, for
Brandon.
sure. So what was your aha moment, though? Like, where you started actually marketing the fact that you do music production and making yourself available for other artists to come and book your services?
We talking pretty recent actually. But I want to say it was Keep Going, because before then it wasn't really serious. It was kind of just for fun, because I knew what I was doing it for. Like this something I like to do and make me feel good about myself. So, I used to do it. But once I did Keep Going, it became a demand, and once it became a demand, you got to put business behind the demand. So
For sure. Now, once that demand came in, how did that change the course of your decisions? Because I know a lot of times when we doing it for the love of it, we have no idea of the value of what we're creating. And then until the demand becomes so much to where it's like, man, how can I slow down the demand? That's when you need to give yourself a raise.
I was gonna say, not to get too righteous,
Yeah.
but I've been kind of in the mode of protecting my peace lately. Like, I'm not afraid to say no to certain stuff if it doesn't feel right, or if it's not the right vibe. And I hate using the word vibe.
Yeah.
It has to be organic. It has to be something that I enjoy doing. Otherwise, I really don't want to do it. So that's kind of how, and that kind of scarcity, like the same way they bring out shoes, right? Not to keep plugging Kanye, but if you make a shoe everybody wants, and then you only put out 200 pairs. Right, like that builds up the want for it because of the scarcity. So it's that me protecting my peace. The byproduct of that is, kind of scarcity. Like, I don't, even though I work with a bunch of people, like I don't really have time to work with a bunch of people, if that makes sense.
Now, you mentioned Blaze Santana, and you made a track for a video that he recently recorded. Go Get the Money.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out. Go Get the Money, Blaze Santana.
20 Glock. 20 Glock. Yeah. 20 Glock. 36 ounces, I get this shit gone. Junkies, they fiending, they calling my phone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Hey, Allah. My nigga just called, it's time for the re-up. Get up, can't get no bread with your feet up. Come to the money, I move like a cheetah. Pussy ass nigga wanna be up, stacking up tension. Ain't got time for the plexing. Nigga make a play with the Mexican. Got a few connections. If you got a problem, then address it. I introduce you to the Western. Hey, nickname Sean, make you tell he saw. Bud in the cup, I don't have no car. Pack in the bag, gotta get it dropped off. Slide down the interstate, watching for the law. 36 ounces, I get this shit gone. Junkies, they fiending, they calling my phone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Yeah, diamonds got me looking like a drug dealer. The only CVS, I'm the plug. I guess I'm on the brink, bag it up. Go mad, big green, yeah, hook. Machine gun, Kelly, that truck. Straight white on white, wrapped up. Keep work on side, pack lunch. 2 freaks, late night, uncut. Put it all on the line, no text. And fuck a cosign, no debt. 2 texts ain't loud, do it. And when the money calls, collect.
Little boy pumping 6 racks for a couple. Run across the stain, gotta have that double. Man, Max Flow, gotta stash that double. They'll never keep me slipping, I add out, nigga. Hey, this shit is real, no faking. Lil' B got them yams, she caking. She feel like a hog, no bacon. She ain't gotta stop, don't leave me alone. When it smash off, we ain't leaving alone. The big got the sack, won't leave me alone. They'll wait 8 with the plug on the phone. The big got her face on my pelvis. I'm rocking out on her like Elvis. The big got her face on my pelvis. I pee on the hole like a Kelly. I'm getting it, that shit you can tell.
36 ounces, I get this shit gone. Junkies, they fiending, they calling my phone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Yo, bitch, a freak, she won't leave me alone. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money.
Now, you've mentioned quite a few, people that you've had an opportunity to kind of like work with, which is another thing I wanted to ask you. Have your music been able to take you to working with other artists outside of Houston yet?
Yes. I've actually been working with an artist. His name is Chris. Man, I forget his last name, but he's of African descent. He raps in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
We did him and I Kendall. She's a singer, rapper. They have a song together called Relevant that I produce, and that was my first foray with somebody outside of the States, like across the pond. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it when your gifts make room for you like that.
Man.
Yeah, so what do we have to look forward to from Allyn Coleman?
Rappin Queen has a tape out. I forgot to mention her earlier. She's one of the artists I enjoy working with.
Shout out to Rappin Queen.
She got a tape coming. Wired Up got a tape coming. Not sure if I'm supposed to say that, but it's out there now. I got a few things. P Supreme and Brittany Renee just dropped a video to one of my beats like Friday.
Okay.
Bro, I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna be like, man, I should have said. But that's all I could think of right now.
And it's okay, because I did ask you off the fly, because a lot of times.
Put the pressure on her. Wired Up and Stony got a record to one of my, and it's a hit. It's called Lil Freak. They supposed to do a video, so now that it's out there, pressure on you.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna have Big Stony on the show. That's my girl.
Yeah. She got another beat that I made for if she actually work on it. Like she pulled me to the side and made sure I didn't give it to anybody else. She actually used it. Man, I'm gonna be out of here. She's gonna be out. We gonna be out of here.
Yeah. It's up.
Yeah.
And it's stuck.
Yeah.
So while I have your attention, I want to remind all our viewers that we are on multiple platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, Hip Hop Street's live stream music app. You can even find us on A-Star TV on Thursdays at 7 p.m. But we're on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You find a platform that works for you. Tell a friend to join us Outside the Box with Onney. Subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, of course. And also, I wanted to ask you, like, for those that are wanting to keep in contact with you, you also have your own Instagram page as well, which is Allyn Coleman. That's ALLYN Coleman, COLEMAN. You guys make sure to check them out. Make sure you hit that follow button. And you also have a Twitter.
I do.
Do you actually use your Twitter? You don't use your Twitter.
I have it linked, so it looks like I'm using it.
Yeah, for the people that.
I don't really.
Well, then you use it.
Yeah,
because they can still stay plugged in that way.
That's true.
So be sure you guys follow him on Twitter as well. Now, speaking of Mr. Wired Up, that's my boy. Shout out to Mr. Wired Up. Yeah. I met him, and I had him come on the show. And after that, I actually had him on an Outside the Box tour. So I went to his video shoot. Just for the Outside the Box tour, somehow I ended up in the video.
Yeah.
Cool as shit, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's where I met you, was at the video shoot, and it was my nephew was like, hey, you need to check out Allyn Coleman. So that's how I got put on to you. So I'm going to bring our listeners and our viewers with us so you can check us out. Maybe you'll see my cameo. Mr. Wired Up. Keep going.
Shout it. They be asking why I be saying keep going in my shit, though. Let go. Back on the beat like I'm back on the block. Getting these checks and these damn Nike socks. Still one of the coolest nigga about the South. And my dick all up in your girl mouth. What the fuck you niggas talking about? Still one of the hottest, without a doubt. You run your back up like you running laps. I run my back up like I'm running miles. Finding a bitch that I might eat a cloud. So like an eagle, I ain't coming down. Kicking my shit like a NFL punter. Hit your bitch once and I been running from her. Popping my shit, yeah, you knew that. Big bag of hundreds, all blue bags. I just be smoking that pressure. But you niggas already knew that.
Hey, man, I'm here for the party. Wide up, what? Hello? Wide up. Hey, it's me, man. Come on, man.
Keep going. keep going, 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 keep going. 220 on 16, I'm getting some hit, headed to the south side to go pick up the bread. You still gon' keep going? Shit, that what I said. Whoever don't like me, I swear they won't say it. If it cost to be the boss, nigga, I pay it. Running this beat like a man with no legs. A lot of you niggas be talking, but I'ma be the first to say it. Fuck you, just hopped in the whip, about to pick up your bitch. Oh, you ain't know she was all on my dick. Liking and coming and posting my shit. Know all my words and be popping the shit. Shit, I know that make you niggas sick. That's why I say I be popping my shit. That's how I'm rocking, you knew it, little bitch. Scoot up and pull up, I do it like this. Elbow the beat off the top rope. Why y'all so mad, man? I don't know. Me and my niggas don't come through the back. Shit, we came through the front door. In the Coronas, you know what I'm drinking. She got a big booty, she know what I'm thinking. I'm trying to dive in. Hell no, I ain't sinking. The only thing I'm thinking right now is keep going, 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 keep going.
That's a dope video. Shout out to Mr. Wild Up. Keep going. So it looked like you is just gonna keep going too. You continue putting out these new tracks for these artists. So we're looking out for new drops from these artists. You guys be sure to go to YouTube. He has content everywhere. So I couldn't find just one page. If you go to YouTube and you put Allyn Coleman in the search bar, you're gonna pull up a lot of artists that he's had the opportunity to work with, which is dope. So now people can book you through your Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just DM me, and I'll get back to you in a timely fashion. I check that all the time, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything that you wish you would have done different on your journey?
Honestly, I can't say if I knew then what I knew now, because I knew then it took money and it took connections. So, the journey beautiful as it is. They had to struggle. Like, you got to struggle to get good. Nothing worth having is like, you got to work for anything worth having. So
now, speaking of that, you said it takes money and it takes connections. What did it take more of for you?
Connections.
I
ain't had a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, even by meeting you, by the grace of God, meeting you and stuff. If I didn't know Brian, if I didn't know your nephew, I wouldn't.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, shout out to Brian.
Brian Casted.
Yeah, shout out. What's up, big dog?
Yeah.
But it's like who you know, really, and it's like that in every discipline, in every industry. You don't know them. You don't know anybody that's gonna be difficult unless you have a little money.
Right.
Then you got a little money, then everybody know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And then you have to most definitely place yourself in the right rooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially if you know that it's something you want to be. It's just like you don't want to have rap as your passion, and then always go to the opera.
For sure.
You want to find your lane, and you want to surround yourself with people that's going in the same direction as you. So, do you have a solid support team in place now?
Defined team, because it's really me and this is my best friend, but he more like my brother, and he acts as like my manager for the time being. But no management in place, and it's really all me. I interact with all the artists myself personally, through social media, what have you. It's me and my guy. This is really just us two. And I feel like when I get bigger and my cachet becomes larger, I'll be able to, branch out and hire other people and stuff. But for right now, it's not a real, if you consider Wild Up part of the team, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you might not see it, because, we sometimes when we're in the middle of the ocean, we don't see the waves that we're creating.
Uh-oh.
So your moment is coming. You're going to be booked and busy. Claim it.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for being a bright light in a dark room, for coming on Outside the Box with Onney. Let me get all in your business. Continue to be inspired, and I hope that someone that is out there watching the show this evening can see his story and see how he believed in himself. He stepped out, bet on himself, and now other artists are betting on him. So that is our segment. Thank you again for coming on Outside the Box.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, and to close out the show, I have another video, another song that he produced, Gettin There by G3.
Mm-hmm.
And it's featuring Allyn Coleman. So you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box.
Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there.
This is not a dance, this is a movement. When I get you in that room, girl, this is how I do ya. Like it when you throw it back and put your back into it. Hitting every wall like we sit inside jacuzzi. We can make a move. Get in there, get in there, get in there. I'm in there like swimming. She brought her friend here. She said her friend scared. She said her friend share. I said friends hoe here. Looked at each other, that host there. Woke up next morning, they both there. Looked at my dick and they souls there. They tried to be slick and leak kosher.
Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. All little pretty girls wanna have sex with me.
So sexy.
I seen you in the gym. You can't flex with me.
You can't flex me.
These niggas are impetuous.
Yeah.
Backstabbing and treacherous. Make me lose religion. Episcopal, Methodist. Know her ass at the highest. Know her dress can't hide it. Got the touch like Midas. I'ma make a whole divided. Speaking of division, I divide and multiply. Her legs like parentheses, I'm fucking in the ride. Boosting up my energy the way she pole ride. I'm about to record another all-time high. Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Got the touch like Midas. Now she feeling so excited. My bucket can't hide it. When she see it, wanna ride it. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there. Gettin' there, gettin' there.
Bulky and heavy, bulky and heavy, bulky and heavy.